Sorry, I had to cut the film. My daughter started yelling, so I had to go get on to her. That's why I lost my concentration. So let me get back on track here. So the seven stars are the Pleiades. The Pleiades are one of the constellations. You may have seen that before. So if I click on here and I type in Pleiades up there, I might have spelt it wrong. But that's the seven stars of the Pleiades. And they even say that the Pleiades was aligned like the seven gatherings. So this will actually show the alignment. See, they actually were the seven gatherings in Asia Minor were aligned like the Pleiades on Earth. Uh, that would be the Grecian Pleiades. Sorry if there's any weird images. I can't control what Google puts on here, unfortunately. Yeah. So we were on the seven stars. So it actually says the seven stars are the messages or the messengers of the seven gatherings, and the seven lampstand menorah, which I saw, are the seven gatherings. It is talking about the menorah there, and an angel as a messenger, and the I don't even like to say that CHURCH word anymore because it confuses believers. It's just talking about simple fellowships, and seven is the number of completion. So whenever you see seven, it's talking about something that is completed. So in those seven messages are answers that you are looking for to the Bible. The messages from Christ. Revelation is the revelation of Christ, not the revelation of John. As you can see from Revelation chapter 1, much confusion has been put into the scriptures because of evil men who corrupt it all so they can make money. And unto the angel of the gathering in Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the seven spirits of God and the seven stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. So seven stars. We see this concept all through there. And as we saw from that word seasons over here, right here, it even means a gathering. A simple fellowship between believers and a gathering with God in charge of it, Christ in charge of it. Yahweh. Yahweh's in charge of it. That's who Jesus Christ is. So, all right. And so now that we see that, I want to speak more of the serpent. What is the serpent? He's written in the stars, but what is he? Who is he? It says, And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Now, serpent is equated with a false teacher. Oh, that's not the one. Here we go. I'll click down on this, and I'll scroll up, and we know that the serpent tempted the man and the woman, which was the false teacher. He told them that they could be prosperous and be rich and have what they wanted, and contrary to what God had told them was that they could not eat the tree. Now, serpent is the word nakash, and notice they also mention the word beast here. That's important, beast, because the serpent is the mouthpiece of the beast. So I click on nakash, and it comes up and it says, a serpent, snake, serpent, image of serpent, fleeing serpent, mythological. So we know that it's written in the stars, but it's a false teacher is real. So serpent, so called from its hissing, used of the constellation of the serpent or dragon in the northern part of the sky. That's what we're talking about here. And Orion, who is also one of the constellations in the sky, as I'll show you here. I believe it was Kima. Let me see. Kima. Let me see. Sorry, one second. I gotta see. Oh, accidentally. Sorry, I clicked on um the Pleiades instead of Orion. So I gotta click on Kiesel. Orion is Kiesel. Pleiades is Kima. I had mentioned that in the last video. So constellation Orion. A fool. So beast is always equated with fool. So Orion means a fool. So a beast, a person who thinks that they know God, and they're actually talking about Satan, the serpent, which is all written in the stars. Often with the additional idea of impiety. Compare the synonyms in the opposite. Kiesel, the name of a star constellation, according to many of the ancient translators, Orion, with the Orientals, the giant. They seem to look on this constellation as the figure of an impious giant bound to the sky. Whence Job, canst thou loose the bands of Orion? Because he's bound there. Must not interpret the scriptures as though it countenance foolish superstition. So it goes on. And just here for a side note, I would like to add that Nephilim, which was translated giants in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, is talking about these wicked, impious men, not some fairy tale from the Jewish legends that a whole bunch of angels came down from the sky and started having sex with women, which is completely like insane that anyone would go there after reading Genesis 1 through 5. That's just madness. It means a feller, and a feller is one who falls. A bully or tyrant. A bully or tyrant. A giant. Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, the Roman papacy, and the people in charge today of the world are bullies. Down at the local church, which we don't believe in, we believe in the fellowship of the saints, the gatherings. So, giants. So, all the ancient versions, the giant in the sky, that is the constellation Orion, the greater constellation. The etymology of this word is uncertain. So, it's talking about the impious rebels who won't coexist with people who believe in Yahweh. The simple love of brethren and cherishing and beloving the brother dearly is very disturbing. So back to the serpent I told you I was going to tell you about. So I can go ahead and close these right here. Nakash is serpent, and it says from a serpent's hiss. And this word that it comes from means to prognosticate. To practice divination, divine, observe signs, learned by experience, diligently observe, practice fortune telling, taken as an omen, to practice divination, to observe the signs of our omens. So, in the biblical context, that would be like, would you like to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? As though they could sell you Jesus. That's not, there's the offer. Jesus said that God has chosen all the ones who will believe in him. So you go and preach the cross. That is, you die to the world so you can live for Christ. And that is the truth. And if a person can't do it, it's because it's hidden from them. They're not being allowed to do it by God. They can't open their eyes. The seeing eyes and the hearing ears, the Lord hath made even both of these. So especially used of whispering of soothsayers like, would you like to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Please. And they have the rock band up there, which is enchanting you. to practice enchantment, to use sorcery, which is the lights and the flashing lights, and the person at the standing up there at the pulpit. So right here we see in Revelations that it says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." So we'll find that the red dragon is the same as the serpent and the fiery serpents, because red means fiery. It's from Peros. So we'll see. Red. Peros means fiery. Red. And I'll say fire-like, especially flame-colored, having the color of fire, red. And so what I'm telling you about that is to explain how the Bible calls that dragon the same as these. So the red dragon is the serpent. The great dragon was cast out, the old serpent. And in Revelation 12 here, I believe, is where it said red dragon, right? Let me see. So I'll click back up here. Internet's running slow all of a sudden. Here, let me see. Okay, I'm already there. Let me see. A red dragon. Yep, so a red dragon right there. And his mouthpiece is from the Garden of Eden, Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, Roman papacy, and whatever today is. Those are the 7 heads. 7-headed dragon. And the whore has set on her, and that's the false teaching that you can have power in light of Yahweh. Yahweh is all powerful, not men. We're supposed to coexist and work together in the things of God, but we don't see that happening, do we? So here we see that the Lord brought fiery serpents. So red dragon is actually the same as fiery serpents, because we have found that the red dragon means fiery. Dracon means to fascinate, but we saw over here in Revelations 12:9 that is the old serpent. The dragon is the serpent, and the serpent is the devil, Satan, who deceiveth the whole world. And up here, we know that it's still talking about the red dragon, right there, red dragon. Okay, so that's still over here. So when you see over here talking about fiery serpents among the people, the fiery serpents are the red, because red means fiery serpents, and the serpents are the same as a false teaching